Based on all that work, did you see any evidence that Pacific Power and Light ever provided a warning to Mr. Septon when he worked at Centralia Steam?
Objection lacks foundation. You can answer if you saw any documents related to Mr. Septon and Centralia's files.
Please stop coaching the witness.
Please, well, you're the one asking the questions about whether there is a document about Mr. Septon in Pacific Corp's files.
I think it's a pretty straightforward question.
Yeah, exactly. It is. And we would have produced a document that said Mr. Septon to you. We had a document that said Mr. Septon.
Pacific Corp doesn't have any documents that reference Mr. Septon.
What about the deposition transcripts that you viewed? Any evidence in there that Mr. Septon was warned of asbestos hazards by Pacific Power and Light?
Are you talking about Mr. Septon's own testimony? Outside the, Mr. Udo, this doesn't even make sense. You're asking him if what Mr. Septon said. It's whatever is in the deposition transcript. I don't know why we need to go through this with this witness.
So
Let's talk about what's in the deposition notice.
So I would say that Mr. Septon's depositions are his and they speak for themselves. I'm not comfortable testifying related to Mr. Septon's deposition.
Okay. Did Pacific Power and Light provide any warnings to Mr. Septon regarding asbestos hazards when he worked at the Centralia Steel Plant?
Objection lacks foundation. Same question again. It's time. You can give the same answer if you want.
Because if there
Stop
doesn't have
coaching
any,
the witness, please.
You're asking the
Stop
same
coaching the
question
witness.
5 times. He's already answered it. Asked and answered.
It's a question that's directly relevant to the issues in this case. It's a pretty simple question, and I'm just trying to get an answer, and then we can move on.
He already answered it 4 times.
so Mr. Septon was not an employee of Pacific Power and Light. We don't have any documents in our possession that list Mr. Septon that are related to Mr. Septon.
Did Pacific Power and Light provide Mr. Septon any warnings regarding asbestos hazards when he worked at the Centralia Steam Plant?
Objection asked and answered for the 6th time. Lacks foundation. He didn't work for the company. I don't know how many times to tell that to you. Do you want to answer it again for the 5th time?
Mr. Septon wasn't an employee of Pacific Power and Light. We don't have any documents related to that list Mr. Septon that identify him or call him out.